India's most trusted bank, the bank with the highest market capitalization, and its chairman walks away saying our values and ethics don't align. In corporate language, this isn't just a resignation. This is a signal, and stock markets do not ignore signals. The name is Atanu Chakraborty, former finance secretary and a seasoned bureaucrat. And he steps down from HDFC, no detailed explanation, no controversy spelled out, just one line. Certain practices were not aligned with my values. And when someone at that level writes this, it's never a small story. Now let's translate this from a corporate language to plain English. I saw things I wasn't comfortable with and I chose to walk away. The real question is not why he resigned. The real question is why did he have to say it this way? And HDFC is not a small institution. It's HDFC Bank, India's largest private bank, a core part of every major portfolio and a symbol of trust. And when even a hint of misalignment appears at the top, the market listens very carefully. And most corporate exits sound like this: personal reasons, pursuing other opportunities. But here, ethics mismatch. That's not a casual phrase. That's a phrase companies usually avoid. And when it appears, there's always more beneath the surface. Now, let's connect this with the bigger picture. HDFC Limited plus HDFC Bank merger, one of the largest financial integration in India. But large mergers don't just bring scale, they bring integration pressure, cultural alignment challenges, execution complexities, and if alignment breaks at the top, the issue is rarely operational, it's strategic or lack of being strategic. And markets don't move on numbers, they move on signals. And this event sends three very clear signals. Something isn't fully aligned internally. There is discomfort at the leadership level, and uncertainty has entered the narrative. And stock markets, they hate uncertainty. When in the Wall Street School we teach how to analyze companies, we just not read financial statements. We read how to read the management behavior also, because sometimes the most important data point is not in just the numbers, it's also in the language. Let's talk about HDFC Bank. For that matter, last quarter, from December 2022 till December 2025, quarterly numbers, revenues almost the highest ever, The financing profits, the net profits, the revenues, almost the highest ever. The net profits, almost the highest ever net profits in their history. The NPA percentage, so if I go to view standalone over here, NPA percentage 0.33%, 0.27% to almost 0.42%, and it is almost even Stevens at 0.42%, right? So in a way, it is comparatively healthy. Okay, but the financial statement comes, and because of this turbulence, since 2000 December, January, it was 991, right? And I'm shooting this right now at around 12:30 p.m. On 19th of March. The stock has crashed, especially after the news which has come. It has crashed almost 5 to 6% as of now. Okay, and if I look into the data of the company here, I am reminded of 2014 letters to the shareholders by Berkshire Hathaway, and let me it's important for us to read that letter again. And these are pearls of wisdom, and what it says is that for those investors who plan to sell within a year or two after their purchase, I can offer no assurance whatever the entry price. And movement of the general stock prices during such abbreviated period will likely be far more important in determining your results than the concomitant change in the intrinsic value of your Berkshire shares. As Benjamin Graham said many decades ago, in the short term, the market is a voting machine. In the long run, it acts as a weighing machine. What is happening right now is like a voting machine. Perfect example of a voting machine, news-based, reaction-based. But are the numbers actually reflecting it? I leave it to your wisdom and to your judgment. Because if you see the net profits, it is almost the highest ever net profits which the company has earned. Net NPA ratio is consistently reasonable. Okay, because if the profits fall, I understand that the markets adjust. If growth slows, markets wait. But when trust is questioned, markets start pricing in risk immediately, and this is exactly what has happened over here. But it's too close to just make a judgment just like that. because it could might be more of some politics which might be okay, but the reaction has been just so sporadic. The stock market has just corrected significantly, right? And sometimes the story isn't in just the quarterly results, it's in the resignation letter. And when the letter says values and ethics don't align, understand this isn't the end of the story. This is where the story begins. More things will come out, right? And let's not get into a panic reaction for those who are invested in HDFC. It's like being in the relationship and staying in the highs and lows of it. Those who have not, it's a very, very good buying opportunity basis the numbers, because it's the highest ever operating profits which the company has had in their entire history. And this is the company, if I talk of the companies with the highest market capitalization, let's see this. Let's look into the companies with the highest market capitalization. This company ranks the second highest, 12,51,000 crores of market capitalization as of now. In the comment section, friends, do put in what do you think. Is this a normal resignation or a deeper signal? Comment normal or signal in the comments below, just to get a perspective as to what you feel. But bottom line, let's not just carried away because somebody has said so. Let it boil down over, let it phase out over a period of time, because ultimately it has to reflect in the numbers. And if the numbers are okayish, it might just be more of a internal politics than anything else. Time will tell. Let's keep ourselves informed. Let's keep ourselves invigilated. At the same time,